I've definitely had a past experience with drinking, with alcohol. It's my coping mechanism. It was what I used to get by and what I used to deal with stuff. This last June 2017, I was out at the bar with a couple of friends having a good time, and we left the bar and we pulled out, and right away we passed a cop and he turned around and I was like, this isn't good. I've driven drunk many of times. Like, I've driven blacked out drunk so many times and I've never gotten caught. And so I got pulled over, and both of my passengers were incredibly intoxicated, and he could smell the alcohol. Like, it just reeked like alcohol. So we get out, he tells me to get out of the car, and he runs a sobriety test, and I was like, hey, this is going pretty good. Like, I could get out of this. I felt like I was doing pretty well. Like, I was not super far over the limit, and they actually took me to the hospital to get a blood test to really see how accurate it was. And I ended up spending the next 17 hours in jail in a small, like, 10 by 10 cell with about 10 plus people, with a blanket on like hard concrete floor, nothing to sleep. Like, I wasn't drunk enough to just pass out and sleep. It was a pretty humiliating experience. There was a lot of anger that took place, like anger at myself, anger with God, of like, why is this happening to me? It's the worst experience of my life. I ended up losing my license for 4 months, not being able to drive. There's humility in that, of like, all right, like, I need help. I need to ask someone for a ride, like, because I can't drive right now. God's redeemed me in all of this. Me and my friend were driving, and he was driving my car, and I was passenger. We were going somewhere, and this lady pulled out, and she hit us, and she like sideswiped my car, and it was completely her fault, and there wasn't a ton of damage. She just scraped the side of my car, and everyone was okay. I'm gonna get quite a bit of money out of it. It is gonna cover all of the expense of my DUI, so it's like, and more, like, and I'll have more on top of that. So everything that I was gonna have to gather together to pay for this DUI, like, God's like handed it over to me, the redemption of God, and like, hey, like, I got you, like, I'll cover this for you. And like, losing my license for 4 months and learning this lesson, like, if that's what it took, then that was good.